To those guys, we haven't uploaded in 3 months.
Damn.
Because we've been busy.
It's that school life.
Yeah. Working.
Alright, so today we're gonna react to the disturbing case of Jaime Osuna. It's like almost 8 minutes long, so ready?
Yeah, ready? Do we clap?
Also subscribe and like the video.
Subscribe. Yeah, everything.
Alright.
So I clap. So I can know when the video starts.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, 8, 9 years old, I killed animals. My mom would go to the store, I'll put the cat in the freezer, 15 minutes, let it out, put it in the oven, let it out.
Jaime Osuna, quite possibly one of the most sadistic and heartless murderers to ever walk this earth. This man has no remorse, no empathy. For him, killing people is like a thrill and addiction.
I don't care if you're my brother, sister, I don't care if you're whoever.
You hear the audio?
It's self.
Oh, there, it came back.
Maybe he was born like that, or maybe it could be because of his disturbing past. You see, Jaime likes killing people and he likes being locked up. But we're gonna rewind a bit and go back to his childhood, because his trauma dates back to before he was even born. Michelle, aka Jaime's mother, claimed that Jaime's father kicked her in the stomach while she was still pregnant with him. Obviously that relationship didn't last and she got a new man by the name of Jeff, and allegedly he was even worse. He would often beat Jaime and even go as far as tying him to a tree and whipping him. Not only that, but one time Jeff pushed Jaime out of a moving car, and other traumatic events continued happening, like the time when his uncle threw a brick at him. Going through these experiences caused Jaime to turn really cold. He felt nothing, so he would cut himself in order to feel anything. He also claimed he liked inflicting pain to other living things, and tormenting animals from a young age wasn't anything new to him. This sort of thing gave him a sense of power, knowing he was more superior than his victims, and they're essentially helpless to do anything to stop him.
The torture and all that, it's a rush, it's an addiction, it's a drug. I would rather do that than do drugs. I'd rather do that than have sex.
Anyways, Jaime was raised by the streets and joined gangs very early on. He claimed he committed his first murder when he was only 13 years old, but was never caught for it. However, in 2003, at the ripe age of 15, Jaime was arrested for stabbing another boy. By 2007, he's released and out of jail for an entire year after that. He started indulging in some parties, and this is where he meets his future wife, under some pretty messed up conditions. Joelle Castellano was a much more older woman who had a few kids of her own. Jaime, being in his early 20s, took a liking to her. So much so that one night at one of Joelle's parties, he stabbed another man that he didn't even know just for dancing with her. Again, Jaime landed himself in prison for another year, but Joelle and him started writing to each other while he was behind bars. And when Jaime got released, guess who was the one who picked him up from jail? That's right, it was her. It's pretty clear she looked fully past those red flags. Anyways, they spent the night in a hotel where she later became pregnant with his child. Jaime convinced her that he wanted to be in the baby's life and wanted to be the father figure that he never had. So Joelle actually decided to give this man a chance, and the two ended up getting married. However, her life turned out to be extremely miserable because their marriage was filled with both psychological and physical torture. Things got so bad that in August of 2010, Joelle couldn't take it anymore and ended up calling the police, having Jaime locked up for inflicting injuries on her. Now, after this incident, he was in and out of prison until one night on November 8th, 2011, Joelle gets a call from Jaime telling her to look out for the news regarding a place called the El Morocco Motel. She knows Jaime's tendencies very well and knows what kind of person he is. So she calls the cops to tip them off, but the police didn't further investigate it. However, as time goes on, the body of a mother of 6 named Yvette Pena is found at that very motel. She has a pair of knives and scissors sticking out of her back.
I met her like one time, and I came back the next night, and I seen opportunity. No one's there.
After some investigation, the authorities then arrest Jaime, but he initially denies committing the murder. However, not long after, in order to avoid the death penalty, Jaime comes out and pleads guilty to 5 charges and first-degree murder.
I did sadistically, premeditatedly, deliberately tortured and murdered
Oh.
Yvette Pena.
Jaime had zero remorse for what he did. In fact, he claims that he killed her on purpose just to be locked up.
I didn't really want to be in this society no more. I've been in solitude, incarcerated my whole life. I left all my thing in prison DNA and all that. I've done this many times before. I know crimes before, and I know how to clean shit up.
Avoiding the death penalty, Jaime openly mocks Yvette's family by smirking and waving at them. And when the judge sentenced him to life in prison with no chance of parole, Jaime smiled and gave him a thumbs up. Now you think it's over because he's locked away for good,
Kill people in
but
prison.
it's not, because a while later, he ends up killing
shit.
his own cellmate. The victim in this case was Luis Romero, a man serving a 27-year sentence for second-degree murder. He had just been transferred into that prison and was supposed to be set free on parole very soon. However, that wasn't going to be the case after being locked up with Jaime. Now, here's the controversy. Jaime wasn't allowed to have any cellmates because of how dangerous he was. He would constantly threaten other inmates and guards, and in another incident before this, Jaime found his way into another inmate's cell and slashed the guy in the face, which resulted him into getting 67 stitches. So it's pretty clear that Jaime had to be in isolation. But for some reason, the prison decided to pair the two together in a decision that turned out to be disastrous. As the guards were supposed to do frequent checks, somehow they didn't notice that Jaime's cell had a white sheet covering the view, which made people question the guards on whether they were doing the checks or not. Anyways, during that time, Jaime made a makeshift knife to torture and kill Luis. Guards found Luis's body dissected with his eyes, fingers, lungs, heart, and head removed. His mouth was also cut from side to side to resemble the Joker. And what's even more disturbing is that they found Jaime wearing his body as a necklace. He was then taken to court once again, and during that court hearing, he continued shouting, "I'm guilty." And for that reason, they deemed him incompetent to stand trial. As of now, he's still serving life in prison, and according to him, there are 2 other people that he's murdered but has never been caught for. So if the courts ever try to pass a future death sentence on him, he has that ace in the hole.
Have you killed anyone else?
Yes,
How many others?
2.
Who are they?
Can't tell you, but you will find out. Because I always got to have an ace in the hole. See, when I get convicted of this, I'm going to go to death row. When I go to San Quentin, I'll probably do 10, 15 years. I'll probably use that to my leverage. If I can go back and change it, I will do it again and over it again. And if I'm released, I'll probably end up back here with the same thing.
Fucking crazy.
Now the question is, what do you do to a man that enjoys doing stuff like this and doesn't mind being locked away forever? Let me know in the comment sections below. At any rate, subscribe with the bell notifications on for a lot more videos like this. And I'll see you guys next Saturday.
That's fucking crazy, dog.
Yo, that was crazy.
That was crazy. No, man, it's fucking.
I know you fucking dissected him in fucking
Exactly.
prison. Nobody heard.
No, that's fucking nuts.
And wearing the body parts too. Like he had so much time,
I know, fucking.
and they
gross.
didn't find out.
That's nasty. Tattoos are gross. Well, that shit's crazy.
Well, that was a disturbing case of Jaime. What you think?
I'm gonna have nightmares now.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that squad, they should shoot that dude. Like, line up soldiers and then
Wait,
stand in the middle.
Did he die?
No, I think he's in prison.
What? Why wouldn't they kill him for the shit he did?
They didn't kill him because he pled guilty to killing the girl. So that's why they didn't kill him.
That's dumb.
But he's in jail for life.
Dude, people
even
like
though
that don't deserve to be around, honestly.
Dude, that's why I said death squad. Line him up and then the guards just fucking shoot him.
I know.
That would be good. That would be good. No, but it's okay. But yeah, thank you
should,
for
like,
watching.
They should get that, what's that torture device? Where they put the head here and let the shit drop.
A
Get the head
keen, I think it's a keen team.
Yeah, they should bring that, but not. like,
Just
so
go
they
at
should
it.
bring it back. No.
I don't know.
Alright, well, thank you for watching, and
Tell us what you think about the video.
leave a comment and tell us what you want us to react next. If there's any comments.
Yeah.
Until next time, it's those guys. Later.
Yeah.
Chronicles.